Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's card is this one. All week long I'm going to be using the Dragonfly Garden stamp set and the Dragonflies punch to be making some projects. So yesterday in the Sassy Paper Crafters VIP group I made this card here. You can see that card by clicking the link in the description of this video. There is a full video tutorial, a free PDF, and a blog post all on the watercolor card. There are several different cards. I made just this one in the video. But if you want to see that, click the link in the description of this video. And to see how to make this card, please keep watching. So spring is right around the corner, and I thought, what a better time to use the Dragonfly Garden set. I love spring, and I love warm weather. I am sick of winter, so I thought dragonflies, I think of warm weather when I think of dragonflies. And so that's why we were talking about this stamp set and this punch all week. They used to be bundled. They're not anymore. You do have to purchase them separately. But this is the card we're going to be making today. And if you could see the detail on that dragon, am I showing you the dragonfly? There it is. If you could see the detail on that dragonfly, I'm going to show you exactly how I did that as well. So the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of stamping. I am pulling in another stamp set for my sentiment here, the Cottage Rose stamp set, and we're going to be using this Feel Better real soon. You can use any of them, really. I like the ones in this stamp set, but I wanted to get Well card. There isn't one in here, so I liked the font of this and how it looked with the Dragonfly card. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on a B block. And then we're going to get the Dragonfly. Now, there are two different ones, and to tell the difference, the bodies is how I tell the difference of what I use. So on this one here, I use the more solid body, and then there's this more open one that you could definitely color or do something with. We're going to be using the solid one, which is this guy here. And that's all we're going to be doing for stamping. So this card is very minimal stamping, minimal coloring, mostly paper. The paper is really doing most of the work here. So I have somewhere in my life, a scrap piece of basic white. We will use this one because I've already cut out some dragonflies with it. So we're just going to use that one. And this punch does cut out a little baby dragonfly as well, which I used on the card I did in the VIP group yesterday. So if you want to see that, you can check out that video. But we're just going to be using the big dragonfly for this. And I'm going to grab my Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, which should be restocked in the Stampin' Up! Store really soon. I know it's been out for a little while. People are wanting it back. So just ink that up in Memento. And the reason I'm using Memento is because we're going to be using some blends. And with StazOn and other ink pads, sometimes the blends bleed a little bit, and I don't want that. I'm going to just leave that set to dry just a second, and I'm going to grab my little piece here for our sentiment. All the measurements and supplies I used are listed on my blog. You can click the link in the description of this video. It will take you right to this card, so you can see all of that. So I'm just going to ink this up. This is mint macaroon. I don't know how you say it. I say macaroon because I think cookie, but I've heard others say macaron. I'm just inking that up, and that's okay. I thought it was a little crooked at first, but it's not. It's up a little high, but I'm okay with it. And really, that's it for stamping, unless you wanted to do something to the inside of the card. You could definitely use these little cluster of dragonflies here if you wanted, or maybe even the flower. I left the inside blank. I'm just going to quickly clean off my stamps, and then I'm going to show you how to punch the dragonfly out. So for the dragonfly, like I said, this punches out two dragonflies at the same time. We're just going to be using the one. So I'm going to take my cardstock here. I'm just going to line it up. And it's pretty easy to line up. I'm just trying to get it as symmetrical as possible and punch out. And there is our dragonfly. The other one you can save for another project. I'm just going to toss it because I'm probably going to use it on another project. And I love our punches because this is what it looks like open, but they have this little locking mechanism on it and it stays closed. So I just locked it, and now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. I just have some Flirty Flamingo blends here. Now in our card, we have Petal Pink. You could use, I used a little bit of petal pink. It didn't really show through very much. So what I'm going to do is just go in with the light flirty flamingo. And I'm just going to start and color a little bit. I'm leaving some of it white. I feel like I kind of went in a little bit too much on some of it. So, and also I want to make this a simple card for you to recreate. So I'm trying to limit how many products I'm pulling in. If you have petal pink, you could definitely use that. I'm going in with Flirty Flamingo just because it pops a little more. It's a little bit brighter. So that was light Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to go around the edges with the fine tip end of the dark. And just kind of go around the edges, maybe a little in the middle. Give it some detail. So this is going to look slightly different than that one because I did use some petal pink on there. Now I'm just going to go over all of the wings with the light Flirty Flamingo and just try to blend out that harshness. And if you have some spots that are still white, that's okay. I'm just trying to blend it the best I can. I think my Flirty Flamingo blend might be drying up on me. I've had them quite a while. This was the first color I think I bought when blends first came out. So I've had these a couple of years now. So they've lasted me quite a while. But that looks good to me. Like I said, it's a little bit different than that butterfly. Dragonfly, but not by much though. So now we can assemble our card. So for the base, I used a petal pink base. And like I said, all the measurements are on my blog. And then I decided to go with the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper. I really liked this floral pattern. I thought about using the hearts at first, but I felt like that was too much pink. I wanted that greenery to kind of offset it. Then I cut out a square using the Stylish Shapes dies. It has circles, squares, banners. I cut out one of the middle squares, and then I embossed a piece of macaroon, whatever you call it. I embossed a piece of that using the Fern 3D embossing folder. This is a beautiful embossing folder, and you could put the paper in on this one however you like. I went in this way, but you definitely could go up and down on it too. Whatever floats your boat, but I love this embossing folder. So we're just going to wrap a little bit of this, what's it called? Soft polyester ribbon around that piece. And this is petal pink. So I'm just going to grab my Stampin' Seal, put a little bit on the ends, and I'm actually going to put it all over because after we wrap our ribbon around, I'm just going to stick it down to our Designer Series paper. Just going to put that right there and right across the middle, wrap it around, and then I want to make sure that's straight. And this is just as wide as the Designer Series paper. And then we can put that piece down. Oops, ran out, and I didn't run out of tape, but the tape got away from me there. Put that on our card base, and then need an inside for our card. And just a quick tip, I always tend to keep some 5 1/4 by 4 basic white pieces just on my desk here. So I just have them because I always put them on the inside of my card. You can get 4 of these out of 1 sheet of basic white cardstock. So then we're going to grab a few Stampin' Dimensionals, and I think I need a new pack. So I love Stampin' Dimensionals. They're a really inexpensive way, affordable way to add dimensionals to your card. You get 300 of them in a pack, so there's 3 sheets of them. They're stuck together. 3 sheets of them. I love them. I pretty much use them in every single project. So I'm going to put 4 or maybe 5, I don't know, we'll see, on the back of this square. Take off the backings. Then we're just going to kind of place that over the ribbon. Now I need one for our dragonfly. These backings, I get them all over my house. I put them in the trash can. They don't always stay in the trash can. And a little bit of seal for our sentiment. And then a couple of dimensionals on the back of that. Down in the corner. And then to finish this card, I have some of the pastel adhesive back sequins. There are 2 sizes of these, so you get these 2 sheets when you get a pack. And grab my Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to use both of them. I used 5 on this, and I kind of did a mix of the petal pink and gold. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. Put a petal pink one there. My putty is kind of dried out. We'll go with the paper piercing side. A gold one, then some of the little ones up here. And then we'll just put one down there. And that is our card. So I hope you enjoyed this card today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I go live every Friday right here on YouTube, and I post a new video on Mondays. Coming up in the Sassy Paper VIP group, Sassy Paper Crafters VIP group, it's a lot to say, it's a long name, on Saturday, March 18th, we are having our March into Spring party in the group. So we're going to have prizes, games, all kinds of fun chats about spring products. So if you would like to attend that, click the link in the description of this video to join the Sassy Paper Crafters VIP group. We would love to have you. You can see yesterday's card and so much more. So again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy talking about the Dragonfly Garden stamp set and the Dragonflies punch this week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.